So this video is probably going to get me in trouble, but whatever. One thing I hate more than anything is, I don't know, people who like just misinterpret shit, don't really try to dig in and really understand what they're talking about, and they just kind of run with something because that's what they've heard a million different times. I shouldn't have to start with this part, but I feel like I'm going to anyway because I'm going to get comments. Maybe I shouldn't be so presumptuous, but I feel like I'm going to get comments, and people are going to start, and it's just like, dude, if you've watched my videos up until now, you know how I feel about most things for the most part. So you know how I feel about, these dark occultists and stuff like that. But anyway, I repeat, I do not endorse Aleister Crowley in any way, shape, or form. Okay? I don't. I think the guy was a monster. Now, I feel like he was no more of a monster than any of his, compadres, any of his fellow craftsmen, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just got the light put on him. It's like how he was like the Neil deGrasse Tyson of dark occultism. Evil magic, all that stuff, sorcery. Because it's like, if somebody made you point out, for the most part, I'm not trying to say everybody, maybe there's some people out there that are really into astrophysics. Ugh, good for you. But and they can just cite people, but in the sense, like today, you say astrophysics, people are gonna be like, oh, Neil deGrasse Tyson. That's who Aleister Crowley was. He was that for his genre, if you want to call it that. Anyway, I'm jumping around. And the reason I'm even doing it, maybe I've done this in a previous video. I feel like I have, because it irritates. This is a continual irritation, because I'm like, the interpretation is so, I don't know, it's so obvious, but people get it wrong so much. So if I've done this before, I'm really sorry, but, it's worth reiterating. So let's talk really, really quick, because this isn't going to be a long video, about the phrase, do what thou wilt. Because you see it all the time, and people, these white hats love pointing that out, saying, that means that they think that they can do whatever they want to people, and they can, that means do whatever you want to anybody. Yes and no. What do what thou wilt really means, and how Aleister Crowley was breaking it down, was he felt that within this realm, everyone had a true will. And the true will was what you're really here to do. That current that you were designed to follow. The frequency that you naturally were made to resonate with. Because we all have one. Okay? And he believed that if you followed your true will, you were basically doing the universe's work. You were doing God's work. Whatever gods you believed in, or gods, pantheon, whatever, you were working on behalf of them. Because you were playing your part. You were being, you were being who you were supposed to be. You get what I'm saying? So, that's what he felt. And that goes two different ways. If you feel like you're an absolute monster, and your job, in Crowley's case, was to be, to usher in this aeon of darkness, to be this counterpoint to, and I could get into a conversation about that stupid black and white Masonic checkerboard back and forth dichotomy crap. But I'm not even going to get into that. So let's just look at it on that single level of your job is to be the great BC, excuse me, can't talk. It's really early in the morning. Your job is to be the great B666 and usher in this aeon of darkness and, be the antithesis for the Christ figure. Again, man, that's that duality crap. That's that Masonic shit that you really need to be careful about. Everybody falls. It's everybody. It's those fuckers just have a board. Everybody's on it, and they just tilt it one way, and a bunch of people fall over this way. They tilt it this way, and a bunch of people fall over that way. That goes into occultism, black magic, the left-hand path, the right-hand path. Nobody asks, excuse my language, but like, whose fucking hands are these connected to? Like, what are these hands connected to? You're always talking about left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand. Whose fucking hands are these? Nobody talks about that. But we're supposed to believe that right hand is good or, you know, divine, and left hand is low and evil and satanic. And it's like, nobody's asking, whose fucking hands are these? Anyway, so again, Crowley believed that he was the beast 666, and his job was to usher in this age of darkness, and, you know, again, be the antithesis for the Christ figure and all that comes with that. But on the other hand, if you are, you know, if you feel like if your job here is to be positive, or if your job here is to, you know, the whole thing is, if you align with your destiny, with your true will, you can't do any wrong. That's how Crowley had interpreted. Like, that's the interpretation of that. He interpreted it that way. You know what I'm saying? If you align yourself with what you're really here to do, technically, in the larger cosmic sense, you can do no wrong. Okay? Again, I am not endorsing Aleister Crowley. I am not giving him my thumbs up, but I'm just telling you what that really means. You know, because every time I turn around, like, some, you know, oh, do what I will, blah, blah, blah. And it's just like, oh, God, you're missing it, man. You're missing it. But there's so many, like, there are so many things like that, you know, when it comes to, I get, like, I get kind of irritated, and, like, you can hear it in my voice, I guess, where it's just like, oh, God. It's like my friend always says, like, you're missing the plot here, you know. You're way off the reservation. So, yeah, you know, and again, that's how he believed it. That's how he was, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, the guy was an absolute monster. But I shouldn't have to say anything else. So, yeah. And again, don't just listen to me. This is just you just have to pay attention to things. You really do. You know, again, don't just take people's words for things and just run with it, because it's, you know, whether that person seems like a good person, like, oh, they're fighting for the good side. You know, my whole thing is, like, what I perceive to be the good side is, you know, I think people should be able to live in autonomy. I don't think people's destiny should be messed with. I don't think people should be manipulated. I don't think people should be controlled in that aspect. I don't think free will should be messed with. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think people should have a right to live their lives. That's what I believe. And I believe that things that go against that are just despicable. Really. I believe in putting people before you. Service to others, not service to self. That's what I believe in. Sometimes that's hard, but, you know, you at least put that foot forward. That's what I believe in, you know. Anyway, you know, I don't believe in this lower frequency parasitism that, you know, seems to be the prevailing current on this planet. This realm, okay? I'm firmly against it, you know. It's like, I remember, like, and jeez, it's like 9 minutes. That's crazy. But, like, I just remember, like, you know, there were moments earlier when I started my channel, I just had people like, you know, whose side are you on? Yeah. Anyway, I'll talk to you later. It is a cloudy, you can't see that. It's a cloudy, Wednesday morning, and, I need something akin to coffee to function for the next few hours. So I'm gonna talk to you guys soon. Bye.